More than 80% of all holders of the Arbitrum token are in a loss from their investment at this exact moment, and to be fair, this came as a surprise to most of us. No one expected ARB to go below $1, and yet, once again, the crypto market shows us that anything in this space you think is impossible is possible. Anyway, the last dump brought the Arbitrum token to almost 50% down for the last 2 months, and things are not looking as bullish as they were a few months ago. Actually, back then I even remember watching some Arbitrum videos with predictions for its price to reach $50 to $70 a piece. Now the same videos are forecasting $20, so it seems like the forecasts are a little bit less positive and the sentiment has changed. With Arbitrum at $1.02 and more than 30% down in the last month, let's dive a little bit deeper on what is going on behind the scenes and what can we expect in the future in terms of upcoming events, token unlocks and price predictions. And is this the perfect time when we should be filling our bags with ARB tokens? First off, let's start with the reasons why Arbitrum dumped so hard in the last 2 months. Most of you who have invested in this project probably know on March 16, the Arbitrum network unlocked 1.1 billion tokens worth more than $2 billion, almost doubling the circulating supply. Everyone was expecting a dump for the price of the token. It was a huge unlock where 60% of the tokens went to the project team, advisors and all kinds of team members. And 40% to their special investors. And guess what their special investor friends did after receiving their tokens? They started selling them. They started leaving their positions and that dumped the price down. 11 whales deposited their tokens to exchanges, just take a look, 35 million ARB tokens, and sold them immediately after the unlock. And that's not all. A few days later, 4 more whales deposited another 11 million ARB tokens to Binance ready to sell. Now, you may be asking, why would they do that? Arbitrum is a top-notch project, the biggest layer 2 network with a nice roadmap ahead and all that, but I'm sure that after I show you how the future unlocks are scheduled, you will perfectly understand why most whales sold the tokens that they received from the unlock. That particular unlock was the biggest one in the Arbitrum ecosystem, not counting the airdrop, and what they did was that they unlocked 25% for the team members and investors all at once. And from now on, the same team members and investors will receive a little bit over 2% every month until March 2027. Usually, when investors dump their tokens the moment they receive them, it's a bearish sign. But in this case, it doesn't actually mean they don't trust the project. They're just taking advantage of the price to make some quick money they can put in something else. They basically can't lose on their investment or get left behind if the price starts going up because they are guaranteed to get another 25% over a year. So for them, it's a win-win situation. Another bad thing that came as a result of these investor airdrops is the fact that most ARB tokens are in the hands of a few people, which gives them a lot of power over the Arbitrum token. The top 100 wallets are holding 83% of the tokens and they can do whatever they like with the price, and that is exactly what happened after the unlock. They dumped everything on $2 and will buy back at a lower price or wait for the next free drop. Easy money if you ask me, and if I was one of those investors, I would definitely do the same. But I am not one of them, so what is left for me is to keep looking at the fundamentals of Arbitrum, how it's developing, how it's doing against the other L2s, and decide for myself if this selling event is actually a golden opportunity to stack some more ARB tokens, or is this project in some kind of a black hole that won't give me the returns I am hoping for. I'm going to share my opinion, feel free to agree or disagree down in the comments, and remember that I am not a financial advisor, you should always do your own research, as you are the one responsible for your actions. Also, before we continue, if you like this type of content, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Now, if we have to look at some price predictions and the future of Arbitrum, it's still looking pretty good in my opinion. The next unlocks will not be as big as the one in March. It's still bad that there's going to be an unlock of 92 million tokens every month, but we can't do anything about that. Arbitrum is still the top layer 2 project with the most protocols on it, the most total value locked, and if we actually combine Avalanche, Polygon and Optimism's TVL, it is almost the same as Arbitrum's TVL, which is just insane. as those three are the top direct competitors to Arbitrum as networks. Also, with all the bad news around the unlocks, there was a very bullish proposal that didn't really get much attention, and we were yet to see if it's going to be accepted. But in short, the Arbitrum Foundation wants to launch the so-called Gaming Catalyst program. The people behind the program are asking for 200 million ARB tokens from the Arbitrum DAO to develop a long-term gaming ecosystem on the network. This is huge news. Gaming is one of the biggest, if not the biggest niche out there. And you know, gaming will always be trending. There will always be people that are playing games, and Web3 games are now way better than last cycle. The whole gaming space is way more mature, and in my opinion, in the next year or two, we could finally see a game that combines both Web 2 and Web 3 and gets huge adoptions from normal gamers that have nothing to do with the crypto space. Attracting video game developers to create games on Arbitrum will be a huge boost to the network. Like Layer 2 competition isn't big enough, they want to also compete with blockchain platforms like Immutable. Funny thing, while I was gathering some more information for this video, I stumbled upon an interesting tweet that is showing us the result of that proposal. Animalia Games, an independent free-to-play online NFT trading card game, is migrating from the BNB network to Arbitrum. I haven't really dug in if it's the first one to migrate since the gaming platform was announced, but the fact that it is already happening is some very good news for Arbitrum and its holders. We are yet to see if other games will follow, how many game developers will be tempted to create on the Arbitrum network, and how this whole gaming incentive will play out. Another bullish sign for the future of Arbitrum still stays the Ethereum Den Upgrade. You've probably heard of it. It has been live for almost 2 months now, cutting transaction costs for layer 2 solutions by integrating the blob feature. This upgrade opened the doors for massive development and integrations in the whole space. We are yet to see how that plays out, but yeah, as a conclusion, the Arbitrum token is having a rough time now, possibly a few more weeks or months based on the global crypto market sentiment, but the direction is set, and the project overall has a great potential, a bright future in my opinion, and room to grow in the upcoming bull market. I am personally stacking as much tokens as I can at this price. I don't think it will go much lower than that. It's already hitting a support and there is another one just below it. And I am lowering my entry price from the times I've bought on $1.70. At this price, if most price predictions are correct for the $20 to $30 mark in the peak bull run, I would be more than satisfied that I took the risk to buy right now. Thank you guys for watching. If you have something in mind, please share it in the comments. I'm trying to reply to each one of you, and see you in the next one.